At first, Stewie's head wasn't flat. It was because Brian didn't take good care of him. Stewie's head hit the wall. This incident really bothered Brian. Later, the whole family went to the supermarket together. Stewie wanted to secretly taste some industrial glue. Fortunately, Brian arrived in time and stopped him from putting the glue in his mouth. But unexpectedly, the moment Brian took the glue out, their hands got stuck together tightly and couldn't be separated no matter what. The two stood up and only then noticed that it was written on the glue, "Never comes off." To find a solution, Brian called the company that produced the glue. The other side said that the antidote would be delivered in 2 weeks. During this time, Brian had to hide the fact that he had failed to take good care of Stewie again. So when Lois came home, Brian pretended to change Stewie's diaper with her and even volunteered to do it himself.
Yes, do you like cleaning my duty, Brian?
At night, Stewie was suddenly woken up by some heavy breathing. He then realized that Brian was doing something inappropriate. Stewie couldn't stand Brian doing such a thing next to him, and the relationship between the two became more and more tense. On the road, Brian was driving at a high speed, which caught the attention of a traffic cop. When the cop came closer, he was surprised and said, "Why are you not only speeding but also driving while holding hands?"
We met on the internet.
Shut up.
Yes, he lured me down to the park with promises of candy and funny stories.
Brian explained that their hands were stuck together by glue. Later, Brian would carefully help Stewie take a bath, and Stewie would swim with Brian. After 2 weeks of being conjoined,
What the hell is wrong with you?
the express delivery of the glue solvent finally arrived. Brian sprayed the solvent on their hands. Then they just needed to wait for an hour to be separated. The two decided to go out first to kill time. On the way, they saw a group of people gathered around a well. Stewie walked up curiously and learned that a girl had unfortunately fallen into the bottom of the well. The kind-hearted Brian immediately wanted to save her. He put his hand down and let Stewie, who was stuck to him, pull the girl up. At this time, the glue was gradually losing its effect, but they still managed to do it. They rescued the little girl before the glue completely lost its effect. Finally, the two no longer had to be together all the time. But Stewie really missed life when they held hands. In the animated TV series, Family Guy, Stewie Griffin is the most powerful character in terms of combat ability. He actually has the ability to rule the world, but unexpectedly, he was tripped up by a toy.
Mom, Stewie's dead!
At first, there was a big piece of news in Quahog. The toy company urgently recalled all the sold teddy bears. The reason was that the eyes of this toy were likely to fall off, which might cause people to choke. After Lois Griffin saw this news, while Stewie was not at home, she returned the toy to the company. When Stewie came home from school, he couldn't find Rupert the teddy bear anywhere in his room. Brian Griffin, seeing this, told Stewie not to be too surprised, and said that the teddy bear had already been returned to the factory by his mother. Although Rupert the teddy bear was gone, Brian took out the replacement provided by the factory, a stretchy giraffe. This giraffe had more functions than Rupert.
Oh look, he can fly. Whoosh.
In order to get Rupert back, Stewie asked Brian to drive him to the factory. However, the journey was too long, and Brian didn't want to go. Stewie had no choice but to promise to teach Brian the tricks of flirting with girls.
Hey, you, me, ba-boom, huh?
After a 2-hour drive, the two finally arrived at the factory. They disguised themselves as tourists coming for sightseeing and sneaked in. At this time, they found that there were actually armed guards in the processing factory. It turned out that they were there to prevent the toys from running away. Stewie quietly found a waste room and finally saw Rupert the teddy bear. When he saw that Rupert was intact, Stewie felt relieved. But Brian reminded him that facing the mountain of teddy bears, the two of them simply couldn't tell which one was their Rupert. They searched from day to night, and Stewie still couldn't find the real teddy bear. Just when he was feeling desperate, he heard a noise coming from a hidden door. When he walked closer, he saw a huge furnace destroying the discarded toys. Stewie immediately saw his own Rupert the teddy bear. He felt that Rupert was calling out to him. So without hesitation, he took out his grappling hook gun and climbed onto the conveyor belt that was transporting the toys to be burned. At the critical moment, he grabbed Rupert. After Stewie realized what was going on, he tried to run in the opposite direction of the conveyor belt, but was blocked by a fake house. Just when Stewie was too weak to struggle, Brian found a tire pump and successfully jammed the running conveyor belt. Stewie was lucky enough to turn the situation around and be out of danger. When Stewie got home, he couldn't wait to get close to his teddy bear. Unexpectedly, the eyes of the toy suddenly fell off, which directly caused the cute Stewie to be unable to breathe.